Hello everyone. In the last few sessions, what we did was number one, initially we built one onboarding application. So we build, build and ran the application on local environment. In the second video, what we did was we deployed this application, deployed app on Streamlit Cloud. Okay, which is basically the easiest and the most quickest way to do the deployment. In this third video of this series, what we are going to do is we will move towards more professional way. That is, we will use the most popular cloud environments like Azure or AWS or GCP. So in this video, we will do deploying this application on Azure deployment, basically not Azure application deployment on Azure. So let's jump into it. All we need to do is number one, maybe I can write these steps for you. Okay. First of all, you should have free account on Azure. If you don't have, you can create one account free of cost. There are a couple of services which are free for the first 30 days, and there are many services which are free for next 1 year. So let me go to the portal. All I need to do is portal.azure.com. This is my ID, and let me paste password. Okay, I'm into the Azure. So if you're already familiar with the Azure, that's fine. If you are not, let me tell you a few things. So this is the name of my subscription. So there is a hierarchy in Azure. Basically, you have management groups. Under that, you have subscriptions. That can be a free subscription, that can be pay as you go. My free subscription has expired, so I am right now on pay as you go. So if I'm using any services, if I am billed on those services, what will happen? It will generate a bill and I need to pay it. So we have management groups, we have subscriptions, and beneath subscriptions, what we can do is we create basically resource groups. So let me create a resource group. What is the resource group? Resource group is basically the group of different services or the resources which we are going to use. Okay, so this will basically bundle all of your resources for this project. So let me put the name as demo onboarding assistant underscore resource group. The naming is one of the most difficult thing the IT world. Anyway, so this is demo resource group. Okay, and the region is East US. I will do view and create. This will do what? This will just create a resource group. Okay, this has got created. If I go into the home, if I go into the resource group, it's not showing me no resource groups. Say, let me create it again. Me right demo resource. Let me go back to the home. Okay, so this is my resource group which I just created. Now within this resource group, I will be creating all my resources so that basically I can manage my different resources easily. I can put different policies and different securities on this resource group, and all those things will be inherited into my resources which are there in this group. So this is only to manage your resources. So I am done with my resource group creation. Next, let me create a app service plan. Okay, so there is something called app services plan, app service plan. App service plan, and this is my app service plan. You can see Microsoft Azure service, that is fine. I will just click on one. I can see I'm on my subscription. This is my resource group. If I have multiple resource group, I can select the desired one. And now I need to give the app service plan details. So my plan, I can simply say demo app service plan. Okay, I just named it, and the operating system is Linux. And it also shows me the estimated cost, and this will be Canada Central, and this is the pricing plan. What I can do is I can select maybe premium V3. So I degraded my plan, and it will cost me $5,000 per month. Okay, that should be fine. Next, you can keep the rest of the options as default. Zone redundancy is not required. Okay, zone redundancy. So it has basically locally redundant zone. It has like high availability zone, geo zone. So there are different ways by which you can distribute our application on different AZs or on different regions. So I don't want that high availability. So I will keep it as such. These are the tags. They are not mandatory, but it's a best practice to tag your resources so that it's easy to manage. So it's validating my plan, app service plan. The main thing in this particular section is that I have chosen the which plan. Let me show you again. Go to the resource. If I go into the resource, what you can see is these are my details. My resource group is demo resource group. This is my subscription. This is location, the status. This is the pricing plan. Premium OV3. This is important. All right. So I'm done with my app service plan. Now my next step is maybe I can put it these three account in Azure. Then what you need, create a resource group. I'm afraid this video will go long. Okay. Create resource group, create app service plan. You need to select Linux and premium O3. Now what next? I need to create one web application. Okay, this is again a PaaS way of platform as a service way of deploying your application. Create web app. Simple. I will again go in my resource groups, demo resource group, click on create. I will search for what? Web app. So there are different ways of creating applications. Let me search Azure apps, Azure apps. Let me directly go to web apps. What you can do is you can deploy your application in different ways. For example, as a web app, as a REST API, you can expose. So let me the web apps first. Web app. Okay, so this is what you need to select. Microsoft Azure Service web app. Click web app. Now, again, the same things. You need to select particular artifacts, subscription, instance details. So I can say my demo web app. Okay. The app demo is not available in Canada. Assistant. All right. So this is name of my application, demo web app assistant, and publish. So there are two options, either as a code or either as a container. This container option I will try to create another video where I can show you how you can containerize your application. In this video, we will go for the code. Runtime stack, just like in the Streamlit Cloud, we have seen it asks us what should be our runtime environment. So we need to select Python 3.12. Operating system is Linux, region is Canada, keep it, let it be, the plan is demo app plan, right? So whatever we earlier created, they are getting used here. My resource group, this we created, this plan we created, right? So we need to choose all those things. Database is not required. We are not going to save anything in the database at the moment. Deployment, there are a lot of other things. We will ignore and simply click validate and create, review and create. So now our web application is getting created, but mind, we haven't yet provided our source code. Okay, so this is just creating that environment where our application will run. Superb, validation is successful. Let me hit create button. It should create the web app. So far so good. In next step, what we are going to do, or let it complete first. Deployment is in progress. So in PaaS, we are not bothered about the operating system. We don't maintain it. We don't configure it. We are not bothered. Okay. We don't need to take the backup and all those things. All we need to do is we need to provide our source of code where our code is lying in order to have CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment. We need to tell where our source code is lying and what it will do is, and we also need to tell our runtime environment, which is Python. Okay, so you will see all these things in a moment. So I am done with creating my web application. This is my URL, but it will not run because we haven't provided it the code yet. Now, if you go into the deployment within this app, there are a couple of options. Go to deployment and deployment center. Within deployment center, what you need to do is you need to tell where is your source code. I will select GitHub. There are a couple of options: Bitbucket, local Git, Azure repos. Okay, so this is why this is for CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous deployment. So that if your source code is changed, that will automatically get deployed. This is manual deployment. So what we will do is we will just select our GitHub where our code is already there. And since I have already authorized my GitHub account, I have authorized Azure so that it can go and make a connection with the GitHub. I have provided that username and password. It will, so for you, for the first time, it will ask you to provide the username and password, and you have to authorize Azure to make connection. Okay, so I have done that, so that's why it is showing me the organization, and within the repository you will see onboarding assistant. Perfect. So I have selected that. The branch is the main branch. Okay, I have told it where my code is lying. This is my build information. This is my authentication setting. Keep it as is. Okay, no changes required whatsoever. Just click on save. All my configurations are getting saved. At the same time, what I need to do is we also need to provide it. Okay, let it complete. By that time, I will go to get GPT. Tell me what start command I need to give. Run Streamlit based Python application deployed in your apps as web app. Okay, so I know the command, but I'm just telling you just in case you are stuck, what actually you can do. This is, I think, still going on. So if you go into the settings in the configurations, okay, so this is the configuration part. Here the startup command where you need to tell it Streamlit start, Streamlit run, and are we running app.services? Yes, app.py. App.py. There is couple of more. Yeah, what I was looking for. So I will just copy paste. This tells basically which file it has to run in order to start the application. So this is the app.py. This is the server, the port 8000, and server enables scores false. So these are the couple of, this is the only setting which you need to give, and rest I think can be left unaltered. Let me hit the save button. Okay, let me go to deployment center. It will take time because it has to go into the requirements.txt file and it has to install all the libraries which are there in requirements.txt file. So it takes some time. So I will be back, guys, in within 2 or 3 minutes. For some reasons, this deployment got failed. But what I did was I deleted that web app and I recreated the web app. And now if I go into the overview, if I scroll down in the deployment center, I can see successful. Last deployment, which is on 41 past 7, that is successful. Okay, so if I click this URL this time, our application will still not run, but that's fine. So now we have deployed our code, but as you know, our code is having a .env file, and in fact in the GitHub, that .env file is named as .env example. What we need to do is we need to provide those key variables. Just like in the Streamlit video, we put all those secrets in that advanced setting. Similarly, in case of this Azure, if I go into deployment center, you have to go into configuration. So let's first set that command will help us to, which will help get. So we need to put the startup command. I have taken this command. I will go into my web app and there is a section called startup command. So this time what I did, I deployed my application and I waited for 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes, I could see the status as being successful. The deployment status was successful. Now I am going to give the startup command. Okay. So I have given the command like once this app is up, what it need to execute is streamlit run app.py file. It will start my application by running this command. Although the streamlit runs on 8051, we are giving 8000 as the port and we are enabling the course. We are disabling the course false. Once that is being done, I can click on save button. The app may restart, that is fine. So let my application get started. So there are just three things. First thing is to deploy your application, provide it the path of your GitHub and give it the runtime. It will take the source code, it will deploy. It will take 30 minutes or so. Once it is being done, I have come back to configurations. Here I have put the startup command, and one last thing which is still remaining is our environment variables. So as you have seen, this is our .env file. I will take all these variables and I will put their respective values like this, so that at the runtime their values can be taken by the application. Take some time. Okay, another variable. This is endpoint. So one by one, I need to all my variables, the setting, and give their values. The last one, OpenAI API key. I will remove these keys. So make sure you use your own key instead of copy pasting this one. All right. So this is again done. Again, it will restart my application. Now I'm done with this as well. So ideally, my application should run now. Let me try that. Taking a bit. So after waiting for a couple of seconds, the page has been loaded. Wow. So yes, it is working, guys. Tell me about Karan AI Labs. Great. So you have seen how we can deploy our application so quickly. However, it was a bit tedious on Azure. It took some time. It took around 1 hour. Initially, the deployment failed. So I deleted that app and then redeployed the app and then made the change in the startup command. And then I also provided all the key value pairs which are required when the application is up. But finally, this application is up and running on Azure. You can see this URL. So yeah, our application is running. And now you can share this URL to any of your stakeholders to showcase whatever demo you have created, and it will be easy to go forward. So we right now so far we have created 3 videos. The first one, how to build your application. Second one was how to get the application run on your local machine. Third one is how to deploy the application on the Streamlit. And now this is the fourth one where we have deployed our Python and Streamlit based application on Azure. Now going forward, what I will do is I will try to show you a couple of more ways of deploying these applications on the Azure. So if you're liking these videos, guys, do subscribe the channel so that I get motivated. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment section. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.